Hello YouTube, Tom here from Tom's Test Kitchen, and today I'm going to make an Armenian style shish kebab. Now there's probably a million different ways you can make shish kebabs, and this is one I made something similar a while back and I can't find that recipe anymore, so I'm going to try to remember it from how I did it. And I looked on some other YouTube videos and I found some more information about Armenian shish kebab. So here's what I got. I've got 1.5 pounds of prime top sirloin, and you want to use really good meat. You don't want to use that chopped up meat that they have, for kebabs or whatever, because it's not good. You want to use something really good. So that's the top sirloin prime, and I'm going to use some red wine vinegar, a little bit of crushed red pepper, some coriander, and this was coriander seed, but I ground it up myself, so it's ground coriander, some black pepper, some flat leaf parsley, also known as Italian parsley, onion, some tomatoes, and some garlic. So let me get this cut up into cubes and get this marinade going, and I'll show you how I'm going to get this ready. Now, I'm doing this the day before because I really like that marinade to get into it, make the meat really tender and really get that flavor in there, and then I'll grill it tomorrow. And then another guy that I saw on YouTube, he had a really great idea with using the tomatoes and the onions and the garlic to saute that separately, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that too tomorrow. Okay, I'll be right back. Beef is chopped. Now, like I said, this is a Armenian style kebab. Traditionally they would use lamb, but I don't like lamb. I don't care what anybody says. Don't try to convince me. I don't like lamb. I like it okay in Greek gyros, but I prefer beef kebab. So I've cubed up the beef, about this size. That's what you're looking for. And now I've chopped up my veggies. I've got my garlic. I'm just going to toss this in here. It's 2 cloves of garlic, 2 large cloves of garlic. Some flat leaf parsley, and it's probably about a 1/4 cup. I'll go with 1/4 cup. And then I only used a half of that onion. You could use as much as you want. And then I only used 2 of the tomatoes instead of all 3 of them. So I'm just going to add these. Just kind of toss that. Certainly looks good. It smells good too. You could use more garlic if you really like garlic. Use more garlic. Use less garlic. If you don't like garlic, don't use it at all. It's up to you. Okay, I'm going to add my. Actually, I'm going to add my dry ingredients first. I'm going to go with a tablespoon of coriander. I love coriander. I'm going to go with a tablespoon of red wine vinegar. This could use lemon juice if you wanted. A few grains of fresh ground black pepper. As little or as lot. It's up to you. And then this whole bottle of it's a Cabernet red wine. I think that's about a cup, maybe just a little bit under a cup. Now I'm not going to add any salt to this because the salt will draw out too much of the moisture. I'll put some salt on it right before I get ready to grill it. I'll brush it with some olive oil and then add some salt to it. So just want to mix that up really well. And then I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna marinate this overnight, and then reserve these veggies and saute them. And I'll show you. I'm gonna keep it secret. I'll show you what I'm gonna do with those veggies. And I'm gonna do this on the grill. There we go. I'll probably toss this a couple more times over the next 24 hours just to make sure that it incorporates. Oh man, it smells wonderful. Okay, let me get this in the fridge and I'll see you all tomorrow. Well, the beef has been marinating overnight, so now I'm going to skewer it up. Just take a few chunks and skewer them on. I'm sure you've made, lots of you made shish kabobs before, so you kind of know the process here. Just going to skewer a few of them. Get one done here, and then I'll finish up. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with these leftover veggies and marinade. When you're doing shish kebabs, be careful and don't shish your finger. Yeah, don't poke your finger, because these are pretty sharp. Okay, I think I can get one more on there. Okay, one down, and I don't know how many more to go, so I'll be back when I'm done with this. Kebabs are all skewered. I'm just going to put that in the fridge until we're ready to eat, but what I want to do first is create the side dish. It's going to go with this. Now I've got all this wonderful leftover onions and tomatoes and parsley. It looks and smells a lot like salsa. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain this. Drain all that excess liquid out of there, the wine and the wine vinegar and any of the juices, because we don't need all that. Okay, let's drain. I'll pour that into one of these aluminum baking dishes, because I'm going to do all this on the grill. So now, there we go. That looks really good. And actually, I have to say, I added another tomato because when I went to toss it again later, or you know, earlier, I noticed it didn't have enough tomato for what I wanted to use it for, so I added another tomato. So that was 3 tomatoes altogether. So now we're just going to add some salt to this. So we're just going to start with a teaspoon of kosher salt. I can always adjust that later. And a generous amount of olive oil. Use as much as you want. I figure that's a couple of tablespoons. So I'm just going to toss this, and then I'm going to head out to the grill. I'm just going to saute this over the grill. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do with it eventually. Well, tomatoes and onions have been sauteing. It's probably been about 20 minutes. They're nice and soft. Got a lot of really good liquid there with the olive oil and the breaking down tomatoes. So we've got basically a pasta sauce. So let's add some pasta. Now I found these little tiny macaronis at the grocery store yesterday, and I thought that would be great. So I went ahead and I cooked them up earlier. I boiled them earlier and put them in a Ziploc bag until I was ready. So I'm going to add these to this. I'll just add about half of it for now and see how that goes. Don't want to overcrowd the jacuzzi here. It smells awesome. The smell of tomatoes and onions with the garlic and the, the pasta or the parsley. Yeah, I think that's good. I don't think I need to add more pasta. So I'm just going to toss that to coat. And warm that pasta through because that has been in the refrigerator, so it's kind of chilly. So then what I'm going to do is, we're not ready to eat. I'm not ready to grill the kebabs yet. So I'm just going to kind of turn this on low. Leave one burner on, leave it on low. And then put some foil over the top of it just to keep it warm until I'm ready. Okay, side dishes are ready. Ready to eat, so I'm just going to brush the kebabs with some olive oil. Oh, they smell good. Keep them from drying out on the grill. Flip them and brush the other side. There we go. That's what we want. There we go. More olive oil. And then let's hit them with some kosher salt. Both sides. Like I said, didn't want to put the salt in the marinade. I didn't want to draw out any more moisture than you had to, so I'm going to season it right before putting it on the grill. Okay, let me prep the grill. I'll be right back. Grill's nice and hot. Let's go on our kebabs. How old this? Just oil it. Nice and hot. Smells good. Now I'm going to let this go for a while like this. Leave it uncovered. And I'll be back to show you how I'm going to finish this all off. Okay, kebabs are coming off the grill. I'm going to plate.
Hey. I found it.
Plate one up. Throw on some sides. Looks like I have to hold this. Oh man, it smells good. I've got some garlic, cucumber yogurt sauce. I'm going to serve with this, and then we've got the pasta. With tomatoes and onions and garlic. And some beans. And just some pinto beans. Seasoned with onions. There we go. Happy Mother's Day.